Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ulka Malode, Department of Microbiology, Bajaj College of Science, Wardha. In the digital lecture series, today I will cover the topic Introduction to Vitamin. In our day-to-day life, we come across with the term vitamin and its importance. In the first video lecture, I will cover the brief regarding vitamin in general, and later on I will cover the detail regarding each of the vitamin. These are the contents of my topic: history of vitamin, nomenclature, definition, properties, sources, absorption and storage, requirement, deficiency, toxicity and classification of vitamins. Vitamins were known long year back. Even before the history of vitamin C, in the year 1747, British Navy Dr. James used to feed lime to the sailor who was suffering from the bleeding gum. And surprisingly, he found that the sailor get cured from the bleeding gum. Now that deficiency is called as scurvy. Later in 1897, Dutchman Christian and Ejekman used to feed uncooked rice or brown rice to cure the patients who were suffering from beriberi, heart disease and paralysis. Here also they have got the surprising result, the person get cured from this disease. In 1906, Sir F.G. Hopkins reported that besides carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals and water, one more substance is important for life, and he called it as accessory factors. Till that time, the name vitamin was not come to an existence. In the year 1912, Casimir Funk coined the term vitamin. Vitamins, the word which is derived from vital plus amines, that means organic molecule, amines in nature and are vital for life. In the same year, jointly, Sir F.G. Hopkins and Casimir Funk proposed a hypothesis of deficiency of vitamins, which means certain disease caused due to the lack of specific vitamins. Now let us see how the vitamins are named. Nomenclature of vitamins. Initially, the names were given to the vitamins as they were discovered, following alphabetical orders like A, B, C, D, E and K. But when it is observed that vitamin B show diverse function, later the naming system somehow changed by adding subscript for each new function of vitamin, like vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, P9 and B12. We can define vitamin as an organic low molecular weight compound required in very small quantity for regulation of metabolism and body functions. These are the properties of vitamins. They are also known as micronutrients as they are required in a very small quantity for carrying out various physiological metabolic functions. They are natural components of foods and they play an important role to convert energy yielding nutrients into ATP molecule. They act as coenzyme or act as an integral part of the coenzymes. Vitamins also help in promoting the growth as well as reproduction. Many of the vitamins are single substances. Most are chemically related and sharing biological characteristics, and they are called as vitamers, that we observe in case of vitamin E, which consists of 4 tocopherol molecule and 4 tocotrienols. These are called as vitamers. Few vitamins are considered as a prohormone or sterols. For example, vitamin D. It show the functions of sterol. They are not synthesized in the body, but vitamin D to some extent when the skin is exposed to the sunlight, and vitamin K and biotin are synthesized by bacteria which are found in the gut of human body. Different vitamins show susceptibility to destruction by several environmental and the chemical agents. For example, few vitamins are destroyed by cooking, oxidation process, alteration in the pH, acidic or alkaline condition, or some changes in the temperature. Let us see the sources of vitamins. As I have already told you that vitamins are not synthesized in the human body. There is sufficient food sources which serve as a source of vitamins. Each vitamin is derived from different type of plant-based material or the animal-based food. Examples are fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts, cereals, green leafy vegetables, vegetable oils like sunflower seed oil, cotton seed oil, corn oil, and the wheat germ oil. Milk and milk product also serve as a very good source of vitamins. Low fat protein, yeast, meat, liver, fish, and obviously sunlight for vitamin D. These are the important sources of vitamins. Food and Nutrition Board, National Academy of Science and Research Council set guideline for recommended dietary allowances RDAs for each of the vitamin. The requirement of each vitamin differ as per the age group and the gender. For example, there is a variable level or the requirement of vitamin in infants, children, adult, even in male and female. In women, the pregnant and the lactating woman require a different amount of vitamin for carrying out the proper functioning. Now, if the particular vitamin is absent from the diet, it will lead deficiency, and that deficiency then result in the serious illness. And if the deficiency is chronic, it show physical symptoms. But this deficiency can be manageable. Once the level of vitamin is restored, the symptom get disappear. The management of vitamin or in a daily intake of food, one should be cautious that the consumption of food, that is the natural food, is a good source of vitamin. But if the food is consumed, if the dietary supplements we are consuming on daily basis, that may lead to the severe illness. These are again certain vitamins and their major deficiency disorders. For example, vitamin A, which show night blindness, xerophthalmia, increased risk of mortality in children and the pregnant woman. Likewise, these are all the vitamins with their major deficiency disorder. That also we will see later on in detail. Now next is the toxicity of vitamin. See, whatever is in excess that found to be toxic. So excess consumption of vitamin leads to the toxicity, and that phenomenon is called as hypervitaminosis. It is observed that when excessive consumption from dietary supplement, then it leads to the toxicity of vitamin, which is generally found in fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins have low risk of toxicity, while fat solubles are at higher risk of toxicity. When there is when we consume the food, whether it is rich in fat soluble vitamin or the water soluble vitamin, it first entered into the mouth, which is being chewed there and then digested. In case of water soluble vitamin, it is directly entered into the bloodstream, and from bloodstream it is reaches to the various organ where it is required. And after completion of its biological role, the excess of vitamin get excreted from the urinary excretory system, that is via urine. But it is not in the case of fat soluble vitamin, where after digestion it is get entry into the lymph, and then from lymph it get entry into the bloodstream, and from bloodstream via particular protein carriers it then reaches to the particular organ where it is required, and they may get stored in the liver, fatty tissues, right from few minutes to several months also, and that they may lead, accumulation of that vitamin may lead to the hypervitaminosis. Then the classification of vitamins. To date, there are 13 vitamins, 9 water soluble vitamin B complex vitamin and vitamin C, and 4 are fat soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E and K. The classification is based on their solubility. Solubility of vitamin determines their absorption, transportation, tissue distribution and metabolic functions. Thus, on the basis of solubility, there are two types of vitamins: water soluble, known as hydrophilic, and fat soluble, hydrophobic. So let us see the comparison between water soluble and the fat soluble vitamin. As the name suggests, water soluble are hydrophilic in nature, fat soluble are hydrophobic in nature, and that is important for the absorption as well as storage and their transportation to particular organ to carry out various important functions. These are the example: B complex and vitamin C comes under water soluble and A, D, E, K comes under fat soluble. Both of the vitamin get absorbed in small intestine. These are water soluble excreted through urine, while fat soluble are not excreted through urine. Water soluble are not stored in body, while fat soluble vitamins stored in body. In case of water soluble vitamin, deficiency symptoms appear quickly compared to fat soluble vitamins. There is low risk of toxicity in case of water soluble vitamin, while the high risk of toxicity associated with fat soluble vitamin that I have already discussed. Again, water soluble vitamins need daily consumption, that is in between 1 to 3 days, as they are excreted through the urine. So there is a frequent consumption is required. But in case of fat soluble, it need periodic doses. It may from several weeks to month. And lastly, the very important is the functions of vitamins. Water soluble play an important role in producing and releasing the energy, as well as they free the energy from food sources. They play an important role in building proteins, cells and collagens, and more importantly, they are the immunity booster vitamin. Functions of fat soluble vitamin: together they keep the eyes, skin, gastrointestinal tract and nervous system in a good repair and play an important role in building bones, etc. They also serve as a good antioxidant and also serve as a hormone. Thus, each vitamin play an important role in maintaining the health and the body. Thus, consumption of variety of food daily to get enough quantity of vitamin is required, since vitamins are not synthesized by our body. Water soluble vitamin get excreted through urine, and most of the vitamin get destroyed or inactivated by several factors. And during this situation of pandemic COVID-19, keep yourself healthy by intake of adequate amount of vitamins and minerals to boost up immunity and fight with the spread of coronavirus. Eat healthy, be healthy. Thank you.